Today is May 19th, 2022, and we're probably about 5:40 or so in the morning, headed down for my Thursday morning men's Bible study. And today's kind of a significant day. And the fact that I start collecting my signature. Oh, light, get the light on, Wayne. Oh my God. Start collecting my signatures today. Isn't that exciting? Oh my, to get to this point right now. Yeah, wasn't my doing, folks. Holy smokes. And I'm sure you get tired of hearing me say that, but that's just kind of my habit. Wow, I use a lot too. But today I start collecting signatures. Made it this far. Already got it where I don't have to have the deputies and myself trained by the CBI and FBI, which is good. And we're slowly seeing the dismantling. I was allowed to the Women's and Central Committee Republican parties. Wasn't allowed. I went ahead and told them I was coming. And I went to their little meet and greet with the gubernatorial candidates. And Greg Lopez and Ron Hanks, I guess he's running for Senate. And then, of course, there's Shelley. She's running for the House. And then some other guy that was there for Lowen Bolbert. I don't remember his name, and you know, there Alvin, the commissioner, was there, and you know, Elsa was there, which is nice. That was nice. Always good seeing Elsa, and yeah, it was interesting. I just parked my truck where my signs right as everybody came in, where they'd see my bumper stickers, and went on in. It was pretty neat. Ellen was already there and had a table for us right in the middle, and so we kind of sat there and. Nobody said a damn word. Marilyn Harris didn't even look at me. Veronica gave me a couple sideways glances. And let my dog in. Come on. Come on, Jake. Come on, buddy. Let's go. We got a long drive. Come on. Up. There you go, kid. That's my dog, Jake. And so anyhow, yeah, some people came up and said... pleasantly, hi Wayne, how you doing? It's good to see you again. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, that was kind of nice, and I like that. And one person even came up and he says, oh, I see they let you in. No, I just walked in. Shit. So that was kind of fun. But anyhow, we did get something out of that. And for most of you that have seen the 2,000 Mules, everybody knew that there was election fraud. And those that are in denial about that, you know, well, I'm sorry, but when it's slapping you right upside the frickin' head, you know, you got to wake up and go, okay, you know, maybe I'm wrong and go with it. You know, we're all wrong at times. But frickin' admit to it, you know, get on with it. Yeah, there it is. The evidence plain and clear. And the movie just hit the nail on the head on that one. Because it showed how technology was used to track people and where they were going, what they were doing. Video surveillance was used to identify people. Now, this is 3 years later. The FBI and CIA already knew of this because their surveillance, they created this thing. This is a military apparatus, the internet is. Always has been, always will be. And so the monitoring that's been going on for years, just not recently, it's scary. But this kind of brought it to light. How they could use the GPS and the our smartphones to be able to track and then, you know, watch the video surveillance as they went to these different, I guess, mail-in ballot locations where they dropped the mail in, and how they did it was ingenious. This was well orchestrated. They were using the kind of people that would not send anything, that would do it for $1, that did not care, because they were getting paid, and they were getting paid on them taking pictures of themselves, putting the ballots in the frickin' boxes, and then going back and getting money for it. Oh my! Very well organized. This is, folks. This is communism taking over. You best better get on it. This is fascism taking over. This is capitalism at its most worst taking over. I mean, this, and if the digital control's allowed to come in, and yeah, you're done. We better stop it now. And so anyhow, back to the voter fraud. So Ellen asked a question about the 2,000 mules, and they all, and get involved. Oh, yeah. And, they give you the old political song and dance. Yeah, we're right on it, And so then I asked a question about the voting machines. And so they said, yeah, they're bad, blah, 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 but they're going through their certifications and blah, blah. They were just kind of playing a game. So I got pissed off. And I blurted out, because they had handed me the microphone the first time, which I was really surprised they did. I mean, Ellen and myself and asked most of the questions, and there was only a few. And so I yell at them. They got the microphone now answering the question. I said, no. How do you get rid of the damn machines and go back to the original way people would vote? You walk down there and you put it in the mailbox or the box there with everybody there on Voters' Day. And Ron Hanks, to his credit, he's been in and out of the legislature for a long time. He finally chimed up and he says, you know what? This is not a mandate. Get it? A mandate is not a law. It's only if you agree to go along with it. You never agree to go along with the mandate. And he said that your county board of commissioners has the authority to not use the machines. Did you hear that? Has the authority to not use the machines. Now, it's been 3 years. Do you think one of them would have said something and stood up? They're Republicans, supposedly. This is a case where they are rhinos. Yeah, and so the guy says this, and I go, really? I go, we got a county commissioner sitting right here. That was Alvin. And Alvin didn't say nothing, he's Alvin. And so everybody kind of looked around. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop after that question. And so anyhow, that was interesting. So that was Sunday. So I got a big kick out of that. And so all we have to do now is petition them and see what they do. Force them. Because this election is critical here. If Mike LaRue is allowed to get in, he has already been in contact with FEMA. There is another pandemic coming, people, because one of the questions I also asked was about the WHO, the WHO, and this director of this WHO that can decide what is a global pandemic and what isn't, and force people to take vaccinations or inoculations or injections or whatever you want to call what they're giving to you, because they're all names, but what they're giving to you isn't going to be good, because again, like the last one, nothing was isolated, and this one here is going to be smoke and mirrors, and nobody's going to know, but they'll create a fear somewhere, and maybe 1 million people will die over here, and everybody will freak out, and back into their houses they go, and closing the curtains and doing what they're told. Oh, come on. Get over that. That's all bullshit, people. Figure it out. No. We cannot allow them to take away our freedoms and our liberties. I don't care if you agree with me, you don't agree with me, you pee out of the side of your house. I don't care what you do. That in the privacy of your home is your own damn business. And freedom takes a lot of responsibility, and you have to be able to respect others. We're going to have to change our way of thought, because if we're going to live along and be free, we have to be able to live together. And right now we are not. And we cannot allow this to divide us any further. If this happens, this could be where the line is drawn. And Biden's supposed to be signing this stupid thing next month. And if he does, I don't know if our current undersheriff or even our current police officer, what side of the line they will take. This is going to be an interesting test, people. Keep an eye on this one. You know what side I'm going to stand on. Pick up your damn gun. No, we ain't doing it. I'm sorry. No, we are going to fight for our freedoms, for your freedoms. And there again, left, right, indifferent, it doesn't matter. We're all going to be suppressed. And if this last election didn't show that or shine the light, and this last COVID thing, if the people that are the ones that are getting the vax are the ones that are dying now, or coming up with some type of diseases and stuff, and all of a sudden it's really quiet in the news now, and if that isn't enough to wake your ass up, well then I don't know what it'll take. Hitting you upside with a baseball bat or something before you finally see the reality of what's about to fall on us. So we'll see what those two other candidates decide to do. And I'll start collecting my signatures today. So if anybody does see this later on, because I know some do, some don't. It's hard to monitor who is and who isn't. But I do know on the website, this last weekend, I got over 8,000 views. Yeah. Little old me, 8,000 views, short, fat, and bald here, 68 years old, and I'm standing up, people, because I give a shit and I care. And for those who you criticize and try and mock, well, I'm sorry, there's always going to be those few that are going to try and upset things. And I don't give a shit what they say. We have a goal, we have an agenda, we have to fight for our freedoms and our Constitution, and that's the bottom line. That thing was for everybody. And people need to wake up to that. That's for everybody. That's our gift. And we're giving it away. I don't want to give the gift away. I'm sorry. I'll fight for it. I mean, when you look at the history of mankind for, say, 12,000 years, we have always been slaves of one form or another. It didn't make any difference what color you were. Slaves to the Romans, slaves to the Persians, slaves to the Egyptians. I mean, slaves to the Genghis Khan, slaves to the Chinese. I mean, you can look all around the world. Most of us were slaves. The majority were slaves. And even up to the Civil War. And even now, we're being herded back into it through other means. But the whip will come. Because once they get you, then they control you. And they're controlling us with food, with gas. What's next? You can't hardly buy, Shit, I went to the store just the other day and just bought a couple of things, and it was like $60 frickin'. I fill up my tank for gas when it gets down to empty. Now that it's up to $4.43, or who knows what it's going to be when I get down in town. It's been 2 days, and pretty soon that's going to be, well, diesel's already over $5. I mean, it cost me $125 to fill my truck up now, and I'm going down more because I'm running for this office. So, yeah, it's pinching everybody. Yeah, just don't think because, I'm on this YouTube here that everybody's made of money. No, we're all struggling through this, and we're going to struggle even more. And if we're going to take back our county, the struggles are going to begin, because you don't think they're not going to fight back and try and keep us from getting away from them, breaking away from the corporation. Woo! Yeah, there's going to be an interesting scenario, so get ready for that one. I'm warning you right now, because they will have a hard time. What we have to pray for is that other counties see our struggles here and what we're trying to do, and other sheriffs grow a pair of cojones, and they take the bull by the horns too, and they stand up and say, that's damn right, we took an oath of office to protect and serve, and that means all of our rights. And hopefully it'll start a chain reaction, because I think the country is ready. I'm not trying to advocate for anything, but I have this sense that, the prophecies could very well be coming true. This thing could be interesting. And you know what? I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to be a part of fighting for people and for freedom. Thank you very much. Yeah. And so as long as I'm still alive, I'm going to keep fighting for this thing. And we'll see how all that plays out too. So anyhow, folks, that's it. That's enough of the video. I've been making them too damn long lately. And so I want to make this one shorter. So anyhow, hope you all have a good morning. And I'm going to go out there knocking on doors and standing in front of the mall. And if you see me out there, please come sign my petition. If you've already signed for Nagel, then you can't sign for mine. And the way the Republican Party works its stuff out, LaRue didn't have to get any signatures because he got the popular vote. That's why Nagel got up and walked out. That's why Veronica's trying so hard, because she barely got on the damn primary ballot too. I mean, Alvin didn't have to collect any signatures. I think he got 70%. I don't know what LaRue's is. I'm sure it rises right up there too. And so yeah, the fix, it's all corruption, and they want LaRue in because he's going to be the control. He's going to be the sheriff that puts down the clamp, that brings in the FEMA. I don't know if Boyd would do that, but he's been in there for 28 years, so I got to kind of lean that he probably will go along to get along. So far I haven't seen evidence for either one of them got the wherewithals to stand up, because they all got their fucking hands out and been living on the dole for, yeah. And especially the new one in the country here. Wow. Yeah, he's jumping all over it. Yeah, he wants to support the statutes and go along and enforce. And he went along with the Manzanares thing. Can you give me a break that was within their rights to do that? Wasn't even a ticket issued, and he's okay. Yeah. And these guys get off and they go to, oh, yeah, you want more of that? Yeah, there he is right there for you. So anyhow, okay, I'm rambling on again. I gotta go. It's 15 minutes. I'm sorry. But I get excited. I get pissed. I get passionate because this shit's right in our face. I mean, you know, even the bounty with Rob and Paul. I mean, how dare they? I mean, they have that much. Oh, Terry, shame on you. Shame on you. I hope they sue the pants off you for defamation of character. I mean, yeah. Okay, well, anyhow, that's it. I gotta go. Okay, see y'all guys later. Bye-bye.